Okay, let's start again, shall we? Happy Keep Fit Friday. Remember, drop me a like down below. I'd appreciate that very much before we kick off. It helps me. Drop me in a comment, thumbs up, smiley face. They really help as well. So if you could do that, it's fantastic. And of course, if you want to share these videos after you've listened to them and you value the content, then feel free. I have lockdown hair going on, but let's not worry about that and let's crack on. Let's keep it real on this Keep Fit Friday. So I heard something yesterday that I haven't heard for a few years, actually. It really resonated with me, which was, if not now, when? And it was talking about people who aren't ready to change, which is quite common, actually. People, they think they need to change, but actually they're not quite ready to make the step and get involved, whether it be a weight loss change, a fitness change, a career change, a relationship change. Oftentimes we don't feel ready to do it, and that's fine and that's cool. But the thing for me, actually, what resonated with me is we get a lot of people that say, oh, okay, I'm going to wait until X date to do it. And I was doing some sums and I worked it out yesterday, and correct me if I'm wrong here. I'm saying this, might be wrong. I think it's 48 days till the end of the year, which is the best part of 7 weeks. And if you think about how much progress you could make in 7 weeks, even 6 weeks, if you had a week off over Christmas, that's a lot of progress versus going backwards or regressing sort of 6-7 weeks or 48 days of time. And this mindset of you're going to wait is okay in the right context, but it's very rare because there's a really important question you need to ask yourself, which is, if you really want to change and you're willing to wait 48 days to do it, how important is that change to you? If you're willing, if it's not going to happen now, if you're not going to make the sacrifices now of time, of money, of effort to make those changes now, how important is it to you? And I think that is something that you really need to consider. You really need to consider, because it's fine not to be ready, but sometimes what happens is people, they put things off, and this might be you might suffer from this. You put things off, but the problem isn't the things you're putting off. The problem is the attitude about putting things off in the first place. So your problem is you put things off. But you think the problem is, I struggle with exercise or motivation or fitness or diets. Whereas actually the problem could be that you keep putting things off. So you need to address the problem at source. So if you're saying, oh, I'm going to wait 48 days to New Year, nobody that I know who really wants to change would wait 48 days to change. You'd just change. You'd find a way of doing it because it would be important to you. And that's down to a bit of self-analysis and saying, actually, I keep saying I want to change. I keep saying I want to do these things. But actually, do I? Because if I did, I'd go and make the changes. I'd sort it out now. And you're not different or special either, because there are people doing it in, worse circumstances of you, if you really want to change. And that's the question you've got to ask yourself first and foremost. Do I actually really want to change here? Because talking about change and not doing anything is the quickest way to fall out of sort of sync with yourself. It's called cognitive dissonance. You're trying to hold two beliefs in the same system at the same time. It's not going to work. Yeah, because you're telling yourself you want to change, yet doing nothing about it, and you get into that vicious cycle. Whereas actually, you need to be honest with yourself. Do you actually want to change? If you're willing to wait 48 days, stroke 7 weeks to do it, yeah, and that's might sting a little bit, but it's it's where you've got to be personally to be self-aware. So you then go out and start making the right changes you make to achieve what you want to achieve. Because eventually, people stop listening. If you, for example, if you moan about your weight a lot and your fitness level a lot, but then you keep moaning, but then keep doing nothing about it, people aren't going to give you any sympathy, because you're like, well, you keep saying it and you never do anything about it. And then also, as well, you never build any self-esteem, because self-esteem comes from, keeping promises to yourself, doing what you said you would do. Because then you start to believe in your ability to deliver on things. Believing in yourself without any evidence is a bit silly. You need to collect the evidence. You need to say, tomorrow, I'm doing nothing at the moment. Tomorrow I'm going to go for a 30-minute walk. Compared to what I was doing before, especially if you're doing nothing, then you've kept a promise to yourself. You start building that confidence in your ability to do things, and it's your ability to do things that builds that self-esteem, that creates that positive cycle. Doesn't always make things easy, but it certainly puts you in control. But if you're willing to say, oh, I'll just wait 48 days, you're not going to wake up a different person in January. You're not. It starts today, or at the latest tomorrow. You can't put it off. You don't know what's around the corner. Okay? So one to think about. Again, it might sting a little bit, but it needs to. If that's what's going to pull you out of sort of lethargy and being like everybody else, then we need to do it, don't we? So any thoughts or comments on that, let me know down below. I'd appreciate that. Drop us a thumbs up as well if you can. That would be great. Drop the like in, double tap, or drop me a like in as well. That's much appreciated. Share the video if you can. That's also great. And yeah, if you want any help or you want any support from me for the next 48 days, and you want to find out about our special offer on our virtual boot camps until we go live back in the park, we can provide exactly the same service to you with a very, very special offer indeed for our women-only group fitness program. All you need to do is comment below with ready, and we'll send you the details. Happy Keep Fit Friday.